Etong si Elon Musk, meron siyang bagong kumpanya, 'di ba? Grabe tong si Elon Musk. Meron siyang SpaceX, meron siya nung Tesla, meron siya nung anong tawag doon? X, of course, Twitter. And now he built Terafab.
It's Terafab, the largest chip manufacturing facility ever built by a massive margin. And for
There you go. So now they're manufacturing chips, microchips.
this project to work, he's bringing together Tesla, SpaceX, and XAI all in one joint venture for one goal. They're going to build 1 terawatt of AI compute per year. Now, to give context, every chip fab on Earth only produces 20 gigawatts per year. And so
What? 20 gigawatts per year.
Elon wants 50 times that. And so you're thinking to yourself, why does he even need this much compute? Well, he explains it here.
Current output of AI compute is roughly 20 gigawatts per year. This chart explains why we need to build the Terafab, because all of the rest of the output from Earth is about 2% of what we need. So if you add up all the fabs on Earth combined, they're only about 2% of what we need for the Terafab project. We certainly want our existing supply chain to expand as quickly as they can, and we will buy all of their chips. We need the chips, so we're going to build Terafab.
What? He said a lot of things and wala akong context dun sa sinasabi niya. Why is it kung may makakapag-explain dyan, anong kinalaman ng what does 1 tera ano daw? What does it mean, 'di ba? Ang sinasabi ba nila is ang buong computing power ng available na AI ngayon right now with Grok, with ChatGPT and everything else, 20 gigawatts lang ang nako-compute nila per year. Ganun ba yung sinasabi niya? And for him to create what he wants to do, kailangan niya ng 1 terabyte, terawatt, ewan, for the sake of fight against Taiwan. Elon wants to basically build a supercomputer in space, probably, 'di ba? Kasi doon niya ilalagay sa space, no? Kasi kailangan ang isang problema ng mga tawag dito, ng mga nakalimutan ko tawag doon eh. Yung mga makina, yung bawa, yung pinakang hard drive ng Google o kaya ng Microsoft is sobrang init nun eh, 'di ba? Nilalagay nga nila nasa ilalim ng dagat 'yun eh. Meron silang para hindi uminit. So mga mainframes 'yun. Ewan ko kung ganun yung iniisip niya, pero di ko alam eh. 'Yun ang naiisip ko dito. Pero malamang hindi kasi maglalagay ka ba, napakalaki nun, di ba? At saka sinabi niya nga nasa Texas daw eh. So napakalaki ng factory na gagawin ni paring Elon.
Now, in this presentation, he also gives context to his ambition with the Kardashev scale. We're not even type 1 yet officially. And
You will only
Oy, what the fuck? What
hear
the
the
fuck?
word you most
so what his point is that the compute wars isn't about who has the best models anymore. They're about who controls the infrastructure to run a civilization at scale.
Holy shit. Napaka visionary nitong si Elon Musk. Napaka-ambisyoso. Siya na yung pinaka-ambisyosong taong nabubuhay ngayon. Whether you like him or not. Kasi he's basically, ang goal niya is maging level 1 civilization tayo sa Kardashev scale. Ano bang tawag? Nalimutan ko yung pronunciation eh. So kasi ngayon yung sa scale na yon, yung level 1 is a civilization that has harnessed its own planet's energy sources, 'di ba? Na-harness na nung civilization yung power ng planeta na titirhan nila, 'di ba? Ang next na level is harness mo yung power nung sun mo, basically your native star. Magawa ka ng Dyson sphere. Pag na-harness mo yon, you would have energy na pang level 2 civilization. Tayo, wala pa. Parang nasa 20% pa lang ang na-harness natin sa energy ng Earth. So, Elon Musk, so tama. So 20% sabi niya, he needs 50 times more pa daw. So 2% pa lang kung yung 20 giga pa lang. 'Di ba? So yun ang gusto niyang gawin to make the Earth a type 1 civilization.
TerraFab's going to happen all within one massive building in Austin, and it's going to handle every stage of chip production all under one roof. Design, fabrication, packaging, testing, and that'll let them iterate in days rather than months. And they have 2 chip lines, one that's doing inference chips for Optimus and Tesla vehicles, and another chip line that's going to be about harnessing compute in space. And because 80% of TerraFab's
So tama, maglalagay din sila sa space.
compute is going to go into orbit, they're going to have solar-powered AI satellites connected by lasers running 24/7 with no grid connection. This projection is that space-based AI will become cheaper than terrestrial AI within the next 2 to 3 years. And when you really do the math, it really comes down to the costs for the tonnage that you could bring up to orbit. And since SpaceX
Tama, 'di ba? Kasi ang bigat nun maglalagay ka ng basically to lift material from the earth to space, 'di ba? Napaka dami. Let's say isang buong building. Let's say kasing laki ng mega mall. Gagawa ka ng isang structure sa space kasing laki ng mega mall. Can you imagine kung gaano kadaming biyahe ng ng spaceship na meron tayo ngayon ng kailangan, 'di ba? And kaya ang unang ginawa ni Elon Musk is to create SpaceX to make the transit from Earth to orbit cheaper and reusable.
controls
Cheaper by making it reusable.
90% of the up mass, they control that lever. Then he starts talking about the moon mass driver. It's this
Okay.
massive electromagnetic launcher using the moon's low gravity, and so they don't need rockets or fuel, and it's just shooting AI satellites into orbit. So
What the fuck? Pucha. Okay. So now they're going to the moon. Elon is planning to create satellite factories in the moon, and they will have a launching pads, 'di ba? Parang malamang electromagnet na kasi mas mahina yung gravity dun 'di ba? So they could launch it from the moon, make the damn satellites in the moon. Pero does that mean gagawa sila ng mines doon and what? 'Di ba? O pucha, ang gulo niyan. Gagawa sila ng factory sa moon. 'Di ba? Parang unless they can create the materials unless they can create everything dun sa mga resources na nasa moon na to begin with, then okay yun. Kaso kung let's say, sa bagay, siguro ang dadalhin mo na lang would be, let's say, silicone. Yun na lang yung mga wala dun. Pero kung let's say yung mga mabibigat talaga, like iron, kung meron sa moon nun, doon na sila gagawa. Pero wala na. Uta, bahala ka dyan. Sumasakit ang ulo ko sa iyo, Elon Musk. Tawag dito, sabi niya, we already have a base in the moon. We have some soldiers from Space Force stationed there already. China has been mining rare resources already, and US don't want to be left out. Kita mo, confirmed ni Selectable yan. Hyperloop. China already split atoms and controlling them. Well, na-split naman. The nuclear bomb is basically splitting atoms. Cold kasi sa space. Ano tawag din? We are the only civilization that are still using oil and plug our electric equipments to a power source. We are almost there. Elon wants to speed it up. Level 0 pa lang tayo. Hindi lang 0. Point 15 ata yung huli kong may nagsabi. Point 15, parang ganun.
A terawatt of energy is the start, but they can eventually go to like petawatts, which would be like thousands of times more. All right, now this is starting to sound like serious sci-fi, which makes sense because Elon always references Ian Banks' culture series. Post-scarcity, galactic civilizations, humans free to do whatever they want. And so, of course, I started reading the culture series to find out what this looks like. And if you read it already, can you please put it in the comment and let me know, is this a good future? To be honest, for founders, just seeing someone with this level of ambition should be inspiring. I mean, realizing that compute is no longer about who has the best models and being able to play it all the way out to harnessing the sun's energy in order to drive down the cost of compute. Nvidia owns.
Okay, so parang ang dating is he trying to skip level 1 and go directly to level 2 and build a Dyson sphere from the moon? What the fuck? Do you even know people who even have the audacity to take that seriously? Madaling mag-imagine susulat ako ng novel, 'di ba? Pero yung actually do it, 'di ba? Kasi feeling ko inimagine na yan ni Elon Musk kasi hindi naman siya gagawa ng SpaceX kung hindi niya naiisip tong mga bagay na to, 'di ba? Hindi parang naisip niya lang na gagawa ako ng reusable rockets, 'di ba? Hindi niya naiisip 'yon. Naiisip niya kasi na futurist siya, 'di ba? Na kailangan natin pumunta ng Mars, kailangan nating kailangan maging level 1 civilization tayo. And this is how we can do it. And kailangan nating magkaroon ng access sa space na hindi masyadong resource heavy as possible. So, he created every single company for this specific purpose. Maybe that's as far as Elon Musk's vision is to make the Earth a level 1 a type 1 civilization. And whether you like him or not, you like his politics, actually bullshit lang yung considering his politics, kasi politics can come and go depending kung sinong presidente, 'di ba? Lalo sa United States, may election sila dun 'di ba? Sana kung Russia yan, forever yung nagiging mga leaders, 'di ba? Elon Musk is too big to be tawag dito, to be parang ignored, and too important, 'di ba? Para awayin. So he's gonna be able to work with any president kung kaya niyang mag-adapt, 'di ba? So there's no need to hate him for his politics kasi politicians will come and go. But the goal, kung gusto mo, ang tanong is, gusto mo bang maging level 1 civilization ng Earth? Ano bang mangyayari sa buhay natin? 'Di ba? Okay, let's say na-harness natin. So, libre na lahat. Energy, 'di ba? Will it be... Kasi, eto yung energy, if we solve the problem of energy, energy will be free. 'Di ba? Hindi na natin kailangang mag-import ng oil sa ibang bansa and burn it. Use factories to burn it, 'di ba? And convert it to energy, electricity. Then everything else will follow. Kumbaga, magiging producing food will be so much cheaper, 'di ba? Kasi yung transportation pa lang, yung mga makina paggamit sa farm, basically libre na 'yon. 'Di ba? A lot of things will be free or very very cheap. Ang problema, yung workforce, kasi gagawa ka ng yung AI kasi parang sinasabi nila will will replace human workers. And well, let's jump to the chase. Feeling ko ang bagsak nito kung mangyayari lahat 'yun, if AI will replace the workforce, the human workforce, ang ending niyan would be socialism. And I think kasi wala nang magtatrabaho eh. But then again, kumikita yung kumpanya kasi may mga workers na AI. So yung kita ng kumpanya, it can be redistributed to the people. And I think that's one kind of socialism I can support. I think that's the only kind of socialism that I will support kasi wala ka nang ibang gagawin eh. Wala ka nang ibang choice. 'Di ba? Anong gagawin mo? Makikipag-compete ka na sa, let's say, mga robot na factory workers, 'di ba? Magmamatigas ka. I don't know. But let's see if we would even reach that in our lifetimes. Kasi the world can change. The world changes very quickly. 2026 is compare it to 1926. It's like a different universe. It's a different universe. And ano lang yun, it's just 100 years. 'Di ba? So in the next 50, 100 years, it will be another new universe for humanity. And probably hindi na natin naabutan yun, but yung mga bata na lang ngayon ng mga makakakita nun, pero malay mo magkaroon ng immortality. I don't know. It's it's wild to these are the things that keeps me awake at night, sa totoo lang. Let's see. Nobody has to work. Free healthcare, education, and financial support. Pwede yun eh. Kasi, the elites are planning a universal basic income. Everybody would not need anything. Well, yun yung mga globalist. Actually, this is a very globalist agenda. Pero yung sa globalist ng mga Davos ngayon kasi, hindi naman they're trying to implement it at the level of the current human civilization, 'di ba? Which is socialism, na nandun lahat yung flaws ng socialism, 'di ba? Na kasi ayoko mag-discuss ng socialism, ang haba nun eh. 'Di ba? Pero it will not be just for the people who actually work. Na yung mga ayaw magtrabaho, they're gonna get everything for free at the expense of the rest of the workers' labor, 'di ba? So yun ang hassle doon. Pero if all forms of human labor will be eliminated and replaced by efficient AI workforce, mga robot, ganyan, ano gagawin ng mga tao? 'Di ba? It will be a very different world. Di ko alam. Well, let's talk about that siguro in other episodes. Pero alam mo yun, yung hindi mo na kailangan magtrabaho, so magiging artist ka na lang, or even your wars will be fought by robots. Ano gagawin ng mga tao? Talagang we're just gonna be an audience to machines running our lives, running shit for us. And how would that affect our psyche as humans? Kasi meron kang drive eh. You want to prove something for yourself. You want to be able to move, 'di ba? Gusto mo magkaroon ng may mapatunayan ka sa buhay mo. At least most people ganun eh, until you give up. Pero usually, yung mga tao naman, ang wiring niyan is to fight. Kasi we're built for survival. To survive, di ba? Yun ang wiring ng biology natin eh. I don't know. Ano sabi ni Selectable? These elites are building a world according to their ideology. We're just like ants serving them. Yes, ganun nga. Pero ang magiging game changer nga doon is kung AI na yung magtatrabaho, 'di ba? That changes a lot of things in the dynamics of socialism.